Hello guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S Exam Prep, and welcome to the NIELIT 2023 free crash course on the YouTube. And in this NIELIT crash course, we have the Saturday special aptitude session. Yes guys, as you know that, as you are all aware that this general aptitude comprises of 35% of the total weightage of the NIELIT examination, and that's a huge number. And that is why every Saturday, because this time, once the exam date is released, we'll increase up the frequency. But yeah, as of now, going on with Saturday also is fine, practicing one by one topics, practicing and revising the concepts, and also practicing the level that is required up to the NIELIT. Okay, this is exclusively for NIELIT 2023. Also, yeah, aptitude can help you in several others exam also. Okay. All right, very good evening everyone. Okay, chalo. So guys, let's get moving ahead. Let us get moving ahead, and the topic for today is the profit, loss and discount. And I have observed, looking into the previous year questions of NIELIT, be it the Scientist B paper or be it the STA paper or Scientific Officer paper, this topic carries a good number of questions. Yes, they keep on asking the questions from profit, loss and discount. Now, what are the type of questions, how to approach them? Let us have an understanding of this, right? So, this is a brief intro about me. This is Rakesh, secured All India rank 9th in GATE and completed my Masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And I've been dealing with the subjects of control system, signal and system, digital electronics and EMT. Okay, and in general, I also deal with the maths and aptitude, and this is the aptitude special session for you. And yes, guys, for all those who are aspiring for GATE 2024, yes, guys, this Sunday, that is just tomorrow, at 12:30 p.m. on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Yes, this is not on YouTube. It's a free mega workshop on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, and where we are going to talk about the complete, full detailed 1-year preparation strategy for GATE 2024. Know in detail by me tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Sunday. So register now if you haven't registered. Very good evening all. Good evening Bhargav, Chandan Kumar, Peace, Durga Prasad, Kamlesh. Very good evening all. Yes, very soon the course is also going to come up for the NIELIT. The course is also going to come up for the NIELIT, right? Chalo. Also guys, yes, so now on Sundays, we are also going to bring you a special series. Yes, to make you learn more fun, to make your learning more interesting, we bring you some Sunday special series, that is Learn with Fun, where we'll teach you the concepts of GATE with experiments or with practical things seen around. Okay, so very important concepts we learn with fun, applying on practical, showing you some experiments. Okay, and that's going to be a Sunday special episode, and that is going to start from the next Sunday, that is 2nd April. So subscribe to the channel if you want to really learn the concepts, because question practice session to anyways going on, fundamental session going on now, learning with experiments, learning with several, practical things to be displayed to you. Okay, subscribe to the channel to just enhance all your knowledge with respect to engineering subjects. Okay, now guys, starting with the fundamentals, I hope that all of you are aware about this formula, but just to show you that we know that whenever the selling price of an article is greater than the cost price, okay, the shopkeeper earns a profit, and that is given by the difference between SP and CP. Commonly, it is expressed in the form of percentage, and percentage is calculated with the base value of cost price. So SP minus CP, that is the profit, divided by the cost price into 100. And if the selling price is by chance less than the cost price, so of course shopkeeper is going to incur a loss because he sells at a price lesser than that of the cost price, and that is why the loss is calculated as CP minus SP. And in percentage of course, it is CP minus SP by CP into 100. Now first be fixed to this. Okay, first let us be fixed to this. Okay, and then let's talk about. Okay, definitely Surya, you have quite good amount of time for GATE 2024, and that is what I told you, na? If you follow this workshop tomorrow, that is on the app, I'll tell you each and every detail with respect to the GATE preparation strategy. Okay, Chalo guys, now we'll come to marked price and discount later on. But let's solve some fundamentals. Let us solve some fundamentals here. Okay. A shopkeeper buys 150 bananas at rupees 2 per piece. Unfortunately, 6 bananas were rotten. Sade hue the kuch bananas. The shopkeeper sells the remaining bananas at rupees 30 a dozen. What is his percentage profit or loss? What is his percentage profit or loss? Okay. What is the percentage profit or loss? Let's do it up quickly, guys. Okay. Let's do it up quickly. A shopkeeper buys 150 bananas at rupees 2 per piece. So, guys, what is the total cost price for the shopkeeper for 150 bananas? It is 150 into rupees 2 per piece, and that is rupees 300. Okay. But 6 bananas were rotten and the shopkeeper sells the remaining bananas. Okay. So this is the total cost price of how much? Of the 150 bananas he purchased. Now I need to calculate the total selling price, but that is of 144 bananas. Okay, the total selling price, because 6 were rotten, so he is only able to sell. Okay, sade hue to nahi bechega. Okay. So 144 bananas he is selling, and this 144 bananas is nothing but 12 dozens, because the selling price is given as 30 per dozen. So what is this? 12 dozen. Okay, 12, because 1 dozen has 12 bananas. So 144 divided by 12 is 12 again. So what is the selling price? What is the selling price? 12 dozens multiplied by rupees 30 a dozen, and this is going to be rupees 360. Rupees 360, and the selling price is greater than the cost price. So he is going to have a profit in this deal, and the percentage profit should be the difference, that is 360 minus 300 and compared with cost price only into 100. So this is going to be how much? 60 by 3, 20%. This is 20%. This is 20%. Clear? So the percentage profit in this case is 20%. Now, there can be simple questions as like this, where they are directly asking the profit or loss percentage, but more commonly they can give you profit and loss percentage, and they can ask you something regarding to the cost price and selling price. Have a look into this. Find the cost price of an article which is sold for rupees 220 at a loss of 12%. At a loss of 12%. Find the cost price. Now, one of the method is the direct formula of this loss. Here it is with respect to loss. Okay, so one thing is the loss percentage, jo ki given hai 12, and that is given by how much? That is given by how much? So now you can write down loss hai, to CP minus SP. SP is given, divided by CP into 100. Okay, and solve from here. Solve for CP. So one way is solving by equation. One way is solving by equation. But directly, guys, when the profit or loss percentage is given to you, okay, we can do one more thing. And that is, that is what? We can do one more thing, and what is that? Okay, see guys, the loss is 12%. Now loss is calculated over what? Suppose I tell you that the cost price of an article was 100 rupees. Aisa samajhna. Suppose the cost price of an article was 100 rupees. Profit and loss is calculated on cost price only, na? And then I tell you that I sell it at 12% loss. Okay, so what should be my selling price? So 12% of 100 is rupees 12. So if I have a 12% loss, that means I am selling at 88 rupees. I am selling at 88 rupees. Okay. If suppose I tell you there is a 12% profit, then my selling price will be 12 rupees above cost price. That is 112. Profit matlab cost selling price will be more. Then it will be 112. Okay. So using this idea, let me directly tell you that, have a look into that, ki whenever you are given a profit percentage of P%, okay, selling price is more than cost price in case of profit, and write down the selling price as 100 plus P% of the cost price. Okay, everything is to be calculated with respect to cost price. The base value is 100%. Okay, but there is a profit P%, so I am selling at plus P%. So 100 plus P% of the cost price. Similarly, agar loss hai, so it should be 100 minus L% of the cost price. Using this method, Now there is a loss of 12%. There is a loss which is equal to 12%. So that is why my selling price should be less than the cost price, and it should be 100 minus L percentage. It should be 100 minus L percentage of the cost price. That is the idea to solve. That is the idea to solve. That is the idea to solve. Correct? No date is announced, please, but tentatively in June. Exam is going to be conducted, that is confirmed, but the date is not clearly announced. But the exam is expected somewhere in June or maximum maybe July. Okay, but we'll come to it whenever we come to, whenever you know about that, we'll definitely update you. Okay, so now selling price is actually given to me 220, and that should be 88% of cost price. Calculate the cost price. What is 88%? 88 by 100 of CP. यहाँ से CP निकल जाएगा. What is the CP from here? So 88, and this is cancelled as 4, 10,000, and that is divided by, ये हो जाएगा 4,000 divided by 4, and that is rupees 250. So cost price is rupees 250. Okay, cost price is rupees 250. Done hai? The cost price is rupees 250. Done. Next question, similar kind. Next question. By selling a TV for rupees 23520, a dealer suffers a loss of 4%. What is the cost price of the color TV? What is the cost price of the color TV? By selling a color TV for rupees 23520, a dealer suffers a loss. Directly again, loss percentage is given to you. What is the cost price? So once again, direct formula that I'm going to use is selling price should be 100 minus 4, 100 minus L percentage of the cost price. And the selling price is given to me 23520, and that is 96%. So 96% means 96 by 100 of the CP. So what should be the value for CP? That is 23520 multiplied by 100 is divided by 96. Okay, just have to deal with this calculation, and how much this should be considered as. Definitely it is 2 times. Okay, or I think this is where इसको ऐसा कर लेते हैं. This is 2352 into 1000 divided by 96, that is 24 into 4, because this is directly seen to be closer to 2400. So ये हो जाएगा 48 less. Okay, so 98 कितना हो जाएगा ये? This is 2400 but 2 less, so 98. 98 is divided by 98 is then divided by 4, so rupees 24.5, so 24,500. 24,500, right? Chalo. 24,500. Chalo, done hai. Okay, moving ahead to the next question. A shopkeeper sells one transistor for rupees 840 at a gain of 20%, another for 960, but that is at a loss of 4%. Find his overall gain or loss. Matlab, 2 articles he has sold. Okay, 2 different transistors he has sold. Selling price of both are also different, but one is at profit, one is at loss. Okay, overall, what is the deal? Overall, whether it is a loss or profit. Okay, yes, correct, Muskan and Chandan Kumar. Okay, overall, what is the loss or gain? So, the selling price one, what is given to you? Sales. The selling price is given to you. The selling price number 1, which is 840, and that is at a gain. So 100, whenever there is a gain, 100 plus P percentage of the cost price 1. That means, dear, this 840 is 120%. That is 120 by 100 into CP1. यहाँ से CP1 निकाल लेंगे सबसे पहले. Right. From here, we will first calculate the value of the CP1, and then let me write down the equation first. Second, he has sold at 960, but that is at a loss of 4%, and loss means 100 minus L percentage, 100 minus 4% of the cost price of the second transistor. Okay, so 960 is equal to 96%, that is 96 upon 100 into CP2. So what is the value of CP2? This is simple. CP2 कितना हो गया? 10 rupees 1000. CP2 is 1000, but what is the CP1? इसको calculate कर लेंगे. This is 840. Correct. हाँ, so यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. Let me just quickly divide this and give you the answer. Okay, rest you can calculate, but for the time being, let us save the time. And this is turning out to be rupees 700. This is turning out to be rupees 700. ठीक है? चलो. A perfect multiple है. So that is rupees 700. Now, what is the overall deal? So the total CP is the CP1 plus CP2, and the total cost price is rupees 1000 plus 700, 1700. Okay, but what is the total selling price? That should be known as the SP1 plus SP2. What is the value of the SP1? That is 840, and 840 plus 960, so 1000 rupees 1800, which is greater than the cost price. That means there is a profit. That means there is a profit. Okay, that means there is definitely a profit. And what is that percentage mein pucha hai? So dear, what is the percentage profit? That is 1800 minus 1700 is divided by 1700 into 100. Okay, so 1 by 17. It is 1 by 17 into 100. 100 by 17 kitne se cancel hoga? 5 and something, 5 point something, right? So yes, you can even calculate this. The 5 and remainder will be how much? 85, 15. Perfect. Remainder 15 bachega. So in the mixed fraction, it can be 15 by 17 percentage. Option number B. Option number B. Right? So B is the correct answer. Moving to the next question. Moving ahead to the next question. If the CP of 15 apples is same as the SP of 20 apples, now, okay, cost price of certain articles is equal to selling price of another certain articles. What is the gain or loss in this deal? Okay, in these situations, okay, here in these situations, what is the approach? Okay, in these approach that the cost price and the selling price of one article, of one item, whether that is apple or anything else, be CP and SP respectively. CP and SP respectively. For one item, it is CP and SP. Now, what is given to you? Now, what is given to you? That cost price of 15 apples, that should be known as 15 CP, is same as selling price of 20 apples. So, selling price of one apple is SP. So, for 20, it is 20 SP. What is the gain or loss percentage? वो यहाँ से समझ में आ जाएगा. Now, because I have the relation between SP and CP. What is SP? 15 by 20 CP. That is 3 by 3/4 of CP. मतलब selling price, okay, is less than the cost price. 3/4. Selling price is less than the cost price. So I have a loss. And what is the percentage loss? What is the percentage loss? Okay, चलो यहीं से directly लिख लेते हैं ना. 3/4. 3/4 is how much? 75%. So dear, selling price is 75%, which is 100. 75 means below 100. No? That is why it is lost. So it is 100 minus 25% of the cost price. 100 minus L percentage. So what is the loss percentage? What is the loss percentage? That is known as 25. What is the loss percentage? That is known as 25. That is known as 25. ठीक है, that is known as 25. चलो, moving ahead to the next, a similar type of question. Okay. Yeah, Ganesh, you can message me in the Telegram. I'll reply you within a day only. Okay, because exact ending time I don't know. You can just connect me with the Telegram. So guys, by selling 18 chocolates, a vendor loses the cost price of 2 chocolates. Again, 18 chocolates, 2 chocolates. So whenever these items are given, what I told you, assume the selling price and cost price of one item, be it chocolate or banana or apple, anything. Assume for one item it is CP and SP. Okay. अब यहाँ पे क्या given है? He is selling 18 chocolates. Okay. He is selling 18 chocolates and he loses the selling price of 2 chocolates. The loss is equivalent. The loss is not given in rupees, but the loss is equivalent to the selling price of 2 chocolates. Okay, but what is loss? Loss is known as the total CP minus total SP. Now, how much he is selling? He is selling 18 chocolates. So, total CP will be that of 18 CP. Total SP is that of 18 chocolates. So, 18 SP, that is 2 SP. So, here you get a relation. 18 CP is equal to the 20 SP. Right. So, what is the SP? That is 18 by 20 CP, or that is 9 by 10. And 9 by 10 is 90%. Less than 100. Selling price is less than 100%. Matlab loss again. Okay, so what is that selling price? Acha, yahan pe to loss hoga, it is already mentioned. He loses. That is clearly mentioned. So selling price is 100 minus 10% of the cost price. So this is the loss percentage. Loss percentage is 10%. Clear? The loss percentage is the 10%. Yes, Ganesh Kumar, correct. Chandan Kumar, sorry. The loss percentage is 10%. Next question. Arvind sold a book at a profit of 12%. At a profit of 12%. If Arvind has sold it for rupees 18 more, then 18% would have been gained. Find the cost price. Okay, first he sold it for a profit of 12%. But if Arvind had sold it for rupees 18 more, then 18% would have been gained. Agar thoda sa selling price badhata to profit bhi badhta na, then profit would be 18%. Okay, what is the first equation? What is the first equation? So dear, I think maybe recently GATE exam is over, or maybe NIELIT date is not yet announced, but I don't know for what reason. Students are not right now interested for the general aptitude sessions. If that is the case, let us hold on and bring the sessions later on, because right now this attendance is not the encouraging attendance. Okay, so if that is the case, students are not interested right now, I think we will bring the aptitude. We'll have to stop it and bring it later on, maybe when the date is announced, or maybe when you demand. Okay, maybe you have just thoroughly studied for GATE and you are clear with it. Okay, but right now this attendance is totally not satisfactory. Okay, we provide for, looking into the efforts that we have to make to conduct any particular session. Okay, so I'll rethink about this aptitude classes now. Okay, Arvind sold a book at a profit of 12%. Okay, at a profit of 12%. The first case, selling price is, suppose that is SP, is 100 plus 12% of the cost price. That means the selling price is 100 plus 12%, that is 1.12 times the CP. If he sold it for rupees 18 more, matlab if the selling price was 18 more, SP plus 18, then he would have made 18% profit. Okay, then this should be equal to 100 plus 18% of the cost price. Okay, so SP plus 18 should be equal to 1.18 times CP. Find the cost price. So SP ko replace kar dijiye, you'll get the cost price. Okay, what is SP? 1.12 CP plus 18 is 1.18 CP. So that is 6%. That is 0.06 CP is equal to 18. So what is the CP? It is 18 by 0.06. So that is rupees 300. That is rupees 300. That is rupees 300. That is rupees 300. Okay. Chalo. One more way of solving this question. One more direct way of solving this question. ये तो हो गया equation से. Okay. Right. Okay, Deepika, Chandan, Muskan, Mohini. Okay, we'll just think about this. Now, one more way is, earlier the profit was 12, now it becomes 18. How the profit becomes 18? By increasing the selling price by 18. Okay, so that 18 rupees, I can say that extra 18 rupees corresponds to extra 6% profit. Okay, that extra 18 rupees corresponds to 6% of the profit, but profit is calculated on what? Profit is calculated on the cost price. So this should be 6% of the cost price. Okay, So यहाँ से डायरेक्ट आ गया 6%, that is 6 by 100 of the CP is equal to 18, and hence CP is equal to rupees 300. That is option number B. So one is by equation, one is the direct logic. If by profit increases by 6% because of what? Because of increase of selling price of 18 rupees. Okay, so that 18 rupees is equivalent to 6% of the profit. 6% of profit. Now, how do you calculate profit? On cost price. So 6% profit means 6% of cost price. Okay, I can write it like this as well. This is 18 rupees, which is equal to 6% profit. Okay, rupees 18 corresponds to 6% profit, and that is why it is equal to 6% of the cost price. ठीक है, done है. चलो, move. Next. Yeah, that is why Deepika, we have, as of now, we have just get a moderate, just one class per week. Okay, let the dates come, will increase, but that one class per week also students are like not regular or something like that. Okay, by selling 45 limes for rupees 40, a woman loses 20%. How many should she sell for rupees 24 to gain 20% in the transaction? By selling 45 limes for rupees 40, a woman loses 20%. My dear, what is the story given here? The woman is selling 45 limes for rupees 40. Okay, what is the selling price of 45 limes? Is rupees 40. So what is the selling price of one lime? That is equal to clearly rupees 40 by 45, or that is equal to rupees 8 by 9. Okay, but at this there is a loss of 12%. At this selling price there is a loss of 12%. Okay, there is a loss of 12%. Okay, that means the selling price, which is 8 by 9, should be 100 minus 12% of the cost price. So 8 by 9 is 88%. That is 88 by 100 of the cost price. So what is the value of the cost price? That is equal to, this is cancelled as 11. So 100 is divided by 99. If I am correct, 11 nines are 99. This is the cost price of one lime. This is the cost price corresponding to one lime, because the selling price is the selling price of one lime. 8 by 9 is the selling price of one lime. Okay. Now, how many should she sell for rupees 24 to gain 20% in the transaction? Okay. How many should she sell? Now, if I want, next story, we need a 20% gain. Next May, we need a 20% gain. So how to get that 20% gain? So I should be having the selling price that is equal to 100 plus 20% of the cost price. So my selling price should be 120 divided by 100 is multiplied by the cost price, which is 100 is divided by 99. So that is 120 divided by 99. 120 divided by 99. Okay, for one lime. Now how many should she sell for rupees 24? Okay, 24 में कितने हो जाएंगे? This is the selling price of one lime again, है ना? Okay, so that means if I have rupees 120 divided by 99, I have one lime with me. Okay, I have one lime. I have the selling price of one lime. So how many should I sell in rupees 24? So if I have rupees 1, okay, I am able to sell 99 by 120 limes. Unitary method apply करेंगे. So if I have rupees 24, so I am able to sell 99 by 120 into 24 limes. I think it is not coming out to be a perfect answer, ना? कुछ mistake हुआ है क्या? 45 limes for a 40. Okay, woman loses 20%. Okay, yeah, it is 20%. The data was not read correctly, I think. It is not 12%. Okay. Yes, guys. So there is a correction here. Okay, let's do that correction quickly. 100 minus 20% of the cost price. I think I read it wrong, the data. Okay, so that is 80 by 100 of the CP. Now it's a simple calculation. This is cancelled as 10. So CP for one article is 10 by 9 then. CP for one line, that is clearly cancelled as 10 by 9. So here also I will come and substitute. 120 by 100 is multiplied by 10 by 9 and that is equal to rupees. Kitna ho jayega? This is cancelled. 12 by 9 or that is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is the selling price of one line. Okay, rupees 4 by 3 one line. So rupees 24 mein kitna hoga? Rupees 24 mein it will be 3 by 4 into 24 and that is 18. She should be selling 18 lines in rupees 24. Okay. Okay, she should be selling 18 lines. Option number B. Okay, for rupees 24 so as to gain 20%. Okay. So loss actually in the first case was 20%. So correct answer is option number B, dear. Yes, option number B is the very correct answer. Moving to the next question. The percentage profit earned by selling an article for rupees 1920 is equal to the percentage loss incurred by selling the same article. Okay, selling the same article. Yahan pe same article hai. Okay, for rupees 1280. At what price should the article be sold to make 25% profit? At what price the article must be sold to make 25% profit? Okay. क्या बोला है स्टोरी में? The percentage profit earned by selling an article. So what is the percentage profit formula? Okay, selling an article for 1920. So 1920 minus CP upon CP into 100. That is the percentage profit. But this is equal to the loss incurred. Percentage loss incurred. What is the loss formula? Loss formula is CP minus SP. But the SP should be 1280. Second case mein divide by CP. CP should be same because it is the same article. Okay, the CP will be same. Okay, but it is sold at two different prices. One we have profit, one we have loss. Now got CP cancel, 100 cancel. Simple equation. 1920 minus CP is CP minus 1280. So we have 2CP being equal to 3200. So the value of the cost price is rupees 1600 for that article. At what price should the article be sold to make 25% profit? For 25% profit, selling price should be 100 plus 25% of the cost price. That is 125%. 125 by 100 into 1600. 125 into 16, you just multiply, it's going to be rupees 2000. Or you can just take like that also. 25% separately nikala, 1600 ka, that is 400. So 1600 plus 400. Correct answer is rupees 2000. The correct answer is known as rupees. The correct answer is simply the rupees 2000. Okay. Correct answer is rupees 2000. Next question here. A tradesman marks his goods at such a price that after allowing a discount of 15%, he earns a profit of 20%. What is the marked price? Now coming to the next important questions, that is with respect to marked price, discount, selling price, cost price. Okay, so let me explain you the simple flow here. The simple flow is, first of all, there is a shopkeeper who will buy a particular item. A shopkeeper who will buy a particular item at what is known as the cost price, CP, for the shopkeeper. But the shopkeeper knows that there is going to be, at times bargaining by the customer. Okay, so he need to give discount, or there may be festive seasons where he needs to put up sale to attract more customers, right? So he knows that somehow he has to give discount, but at the same time, he has to run his business, he has to run his shop, so he needs profit. That is justified also, but he needs profit and he needs discount to attract the customers, to make the customers happy. And that is why he is going to raise the price. Okay, keeping two things in mind. Of course, for profit he will raise, and also so that he is able to offer discount also, he will raise it even more, and he decides a price which is known as the marked price. Okay, like MRP. What do you see? The labeled price, chit price. Okay, you go to a mall and see a shirt, rupees 2000 written, that is the marked price. Okay. Now, as a customer, suppose you go to the shop or the mall, you see the labeled price, rupees 2000 is the cost of the shirt. You don't know at what price the shopkeeper bought it. No, you are only aware about the marked price. So whatever discount he gives you, 10%, 20% is on what? It is on the price written on the product. That is the MP. That is the marked price. Okay. So onto which there will be some discount applicable. You reduce the discount and then you get the final selling price. And then you get the final selling price. Now, whether in this deal there is a profit or loss, it may be profit, it may be loss. That depends on the relation between selling price and cost price again. If the selling price is more than the cost price eventually, then it is profit. Otherwise, it would be loss. Okay, that is the basic flow that you have to understand. Now, a tradesman marks his good at such a price that even he allows a discount of 15%, still he makes a profit of 20%. Okay, still he makes a profit of 20%. Find the marked price of an article which costed him rupees 850. Okay, the cost price is given to me rupees 850. Now, let me explain you this with very simple case. The cost price is given to you, that is rupees 850. 850, that is the cost price. He will raise the price to something known as marked price to discount, okay, to offer discount, to gain profit also. Now, discount is 15%. Discount is calculated on what? As I told you, discount is calculated on the marked price. Discount is always calculated on marked price. Okay. So there is a discount of 15%. So minus 15%. Okay. Then he will get a selling price. Okay. But he makes a profit also 20%. What should be the selling price? Okay. There is a profit given. Here, there is a profit given. You don't have to decide whether there is a profit or not, but it is given. There is a profit of 20%. There is a profit of 20%. So by that profit, I can directly tell you that selling price is 100 plus P percentage. Na? 100 plus P percentage of the cost price, which is 850. So that is 120 by 100 of 850. Let us calculate later on. But this is the selling price. But this selling price, okay, is obtained by reducing the marked price by 15%. So one more equation. Selling price 15% reduce karke aaya hai. That means 85%. I can write directly. 15% is the discount given. So at how much? 15% do you give a discount? Free. So you are selling at 85% of the marked price. 85% of marked price. 85 Q? 100 minus discount percentage. 100 minus discount percentage. 100 minus discount percentage. Okay. So this is equal to one simple calculation, one line calculation we will do here. Okay. So this is also equal to 85%. That is 85 by 100 of the marked price. From there you can calculate the marked price. 100 से 100 cancel हुआ. This is 85, 850 by 85, 10, 120 into 10, 1200. 1200 is the answer. Correct? Yes, correct. Deepak, Chandan, Kumar. 1200 is the correct answer. Correct. The correct answer is 1200. Let us go to the next question. A shopkeeper marks rupees 508 rupees. Marks 508 rupees more than the cost price on an item and he allows 30% discount on the marked price. Then what will be the profit in percentage if the cost price is given to be rupees X in terms of cost price? Yes, Jagdish. So whatever topics we are taking for GATE 24 in the fundamentals, we are taking from the base to the advanced question. Okay. So you can rely for those topics. For sure. Yes, dear. Let us check. A shopkeeper marks rupees 518 rupees more than the cost price on an item and he allows 30% discount on his marked price. 30% discount on the marked price. Okay. Cost price is X. cost price is equal to X. And he marks 500 more, 518 more than the cost price. So what is the marked price? It is X plus 518 directly. Okay. And then he allows 30% discount. So 30% goes as discount. Okay. Then he obtains selling price. What is selling price? 30% to gone. So that is 70%. 70% of marked price. What is the percentage profit? What is the percentage profit? Okay. That is SP. What is the SP? Okay, that is SP minus CP upon CP into 100. What is the SP? 70%. That is 70 by 100 of the marked price, which is X plus 518. Okay, of the marked price, that is X plus 518. Okay, this is the selling price minus cost price upon cost price into 100. Into 100. We just have to deal with this calculation. Just have to deal with this calculation. So, kitna ho jayega? This is equal to how much? Okay. So, one way it is 0.7x and minus x. 0.7x minus x. So, minus 0.3x. Isko separate kar liya. Okay. Then we have 70% of 518. Okay. 70% of 518. So, quickly isko likh lete hain. You can calculate on your own. Let me write down the answer. 362.6. 362.6 is divided by x into 100. Okay. Achha, so if I do into 100, this is 36260 minus 30x. 30x ho jayega, correct, by x. 36260 minus 30x upon x, option number A. Option number A. No, upon x, not 30x. Deepak, D nahi hoga, it should be A. It is not 100x, na? It should be x in the numerator. Denominator mein sirf x hai. It should be x in the denominator, not the 100x. Just check that out. ठीक है? It is option number A in that case. All right, Sayandeep. Yes, I am able to recall your name as well, Sayandeep. Good to meet you again. Okay. But yeah, if you have a lot of time, if you are not doing any other thing and if you have time, you can prepare. If you are telling that you have basic computer knowledge, you can go and prepare because you need extra efforts. But if you have time, you can do it up. No issues. Okay. Because aptitude 35% is in your hand. Electrical engineering, communication, that is in your hand. Extra subjects, digital is in your hand. Few extra subjects are there, but that needs time. If you have time, you can go for it. Because paper level is also very easy to moderate. Not difficult. You can go for it. Next one. Oh, sorry. Buy 3, get 7 free. Buy 3, get 7 free. What is the discount percent? Buy 3, get 7 free. Just buy 3, get 7 free. Okay, what is the discount percent? What is the discount percent? Okay. What is the discount percentage? You just buy 3. Okay. Okay, Sayandeep. Think about this. You get 7 free. Okay, so how many total you take? You total take with you is, what is the total take with you is 10. Is 10 articles. It is 10 articles. Mysterious, अगर आप थोड़ा clearly देखोगे तो बहुत सारा ranks आया है. So you just have to go to channel, you have to go to the app and look into that. कोई क्या है? So many endless results have been there. ठीक है, चलो आ जाते हैं यहाँ पे. Tell me. So you just buy 3. Okay, so you pay the amount that is equivalent to 3 times the marked price because you are buying 3. Okay, but you get how much? You get 10 items. You pay for 3, you get 10 items. Pay for 3, you get 10 items. Okay, Mr. Competitor Mysterious. I think you are blind. You are not able to see the websites or something like that. Man. And anyways, be it bankruptcy or what, I don't know, but we never need to purchase it. Chalo, bahut badhiya. get 10 items. Pay for 3, get 10 items. What is the discount percentage? कैसे निकालेंगे? कैसे निकालेंगे? Think about this and get me. It's an interesting question. The type of things that you see in the malls. Buy 3, get this. Buy 3, get 5 free. Buy 3, get 7 free. Okay. So guys, you are getting 10 items. इसके respect में सोचो. You are getting 10 items, but you are paying only for 3. You are paying only for 3. So actually for 10 items, you should pay 10 na. Actually for 10 items, how much you should pay? Okay, how much you should pay? Okay, let the mark price of one item be X. Simple. Okay, right. Of one item be X, right? So 3 item ka 3X, right? 10 items ka 10X. 10 item ka 10X. You should actually pay 10X because you are getting 10 items, but you only pay 3X. Okay, right? So what is the difference? What is the discount? Okay, 10 items का 10x, 3 को हटाई देते. Okay, for 10 items, you should pay 10x. ठीक है? But how much you pay? You pay only 3x, right? So how much is the discount? Very clearly, 10 की जगह 3 रुपए दिया, 7 रुपए बच गया, तो 70%. No need to put it into formula. Discount is 70%. Option number C. That is why I was telling you, read the words and you get the answer. Don't need to put it in the formula. That is what I was waiting for. Correct? Okay. You have to pay 10x, but you come and pay only 3x. So you are 10 रुपए की जगह 3 रुपए दे रहे हो, तो आप 7 रुपए बचा रहे हो. तो 70%. 70%. ठीक है? So it is 70%. चलो, correct है. Okay, so it's a good question. Language अच्छा था, बाकी rest is very simple. Okay, चलो, next question here. Next question. Suppose that a fraud shopkeeper sells rice to the customer at the cost price. But if he sells it at cost price, how he will earn? So ideally, yes, he has that flexibility. He has the rice to increase the selling price by something. He needs to earn. He also needs to survive, feed his family and etc. But what this shopkeeper is doing, this is a fraud shopkeeper. To attract customer, he says that I am selling you at the cost price. Bhav to bhav de raha hu. But actually he's doing a cheating. Okay, he uses a false weight of 900 gram for a kg. Okay, so he will tell you that he is selling 1 kg. His meter will show 1 kg, but that is a false meter, false weight. And he will actually give you 900 grams, 100 grams in his pocket, and that is how he earns the profit. That is the false way. That is the fraud way. Okay, that is the fraud way. Yeah, it's good, decent. Depends, Rahul, what is the other options you're getting. If that is the best option you're getting, you can go for it. Good one. Okay, of course, it's not as best as IITs, but good one. Okay, so suppose a fraud shopkeeper sells the rice to the customer at the cost price, but he uses a false weight of 900 gram for a kg. Okay, so in such cases, na, kya karna hai, dear? In such cases, okay, let the cost price and selling price of 1 gram le lenge. Okay, of 1 gram of rice, or whatever the article may be rupee 1. Be rupee 1. Why same? Because he's telling that he will sell the rice to the customer at the cost price. So that is same. Okay. Okay, that is the same. Tell me. That is the same. So CP and SP for 1 gram of rice is rupees 1. Okay. Okay. Now, dekho. The question is about selling 1000 gram. Selling 1000 gram. Okay. So what is the selling price of 1 kg? What is the selling price for 1 kg? What is the selling price for 1 kg? That is equal to selling price of 1 kg. 1 kg is 1000 gram. So it should be rupees 1000. So how much will he take from the customer? He will take rupees 1000. He will take rupees 1000. Acha. What is the cost price of 1 kg? What should be the actual cost price of the 1 kg? That is also rupees 1000. Okay. But he gives only 900 gram. That is the cheating, na? Instead of 1 kg, he only gives 900 gram. So I will define a term here which is known as the effective cost price. So here, what is the effective cost price of 1 kg sugar? Effective cost price is only rupees 900, but he is because he is selling only 900 gram. He is selling only 900 gram. Okay, so what is the effective cost price? That is only rupees 900. That is only rupees 900. That is only rupees 900. Okay, because he has given only 900. तो उसको कितने का पड़ा? उसको 900 rupees का पड़ा. उसको 900 rupees का पड़ा. Customer is not aware about the cheating, na? Okay, so that is rupees 900. So now here you have the percentage profit. This is less than the selling price. So selling price is more. That is why there is profit. Okay, and that is given by, what is the selling price? 1000 minus cost price 900 calculated over cost price into 100. Okay, so this is 1 by 9. Okay, 1 by 9 is 11.11 percentage. That is 11.11. 100% 11.11 hai, no doubt in that. So it is 11.11 percentage. There is some typo error here. 100% 11.11. There is a typo error here. No doubt. It is 11.11. In this case, you can directly note down a shortcut also. What is the final percentage profit? 1000 minus 900 by 900. Now, what is 1000? Okay. 1000 and 900. 1000 and 900. 1000 is what he wants to sell. 900 actually he sells by the false measuring. Okay. So, in this case, dhyan dena. In these cases, what is the percentage profit? 1000. That should be the true weight because I am there to purchase 1 kg of sugar, 1000 time of sugar. Okay, that is the true weight. But what is the false weight? He tells the customer that it is 1 kg, but actually the false weight is 900. He is selling 900 by cheating. So that is false. Divide by false into 100. That is the actual way. Directly you can do this in this question. True minus false upon false into 100 in such cases can be directly used. Okay, although I have explained you the concept backside, what is the concept to be used? What is the concept to be used, correct? Yeah, definitely I'll share you my Telegram ID also, because one thing I need to update you here is, let's keep a simple password for today, and that is profit. Okay, I will share you the PDF of the session that is going to be password protected. The password is going to be profit. The password is going to be profit. Okay, only those who are watching the session now, or maybe if you watch it later, whenever you are watching the session, you have the password. Okay, if you don't watch, you don't have the password, and PDF is only for those who have listened to the session. Those who have, actually come and they only need the notes. Now, otherwise, what will you do with that free notes? No. Okay, so those who have watched, they know the password. Please note down the password, that is profit. I will share you the PDF in the Telegram group. Okay, and also guys, I will see you tomorrow, that is Sunday, 26 March at 12:30 p.m. Okay, on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. On the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Coming live to discuss the complete 1-year preparation strategy for GATE 24. Join me live, register for this workshop for free on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. And as I told you, now from next Sunday, every Sunday, learn with fun. Okay, learn with experiments. Okay, learn beautiful concepts with beautiful demonstration, so that you are learning fundamentals, you are getting fundamental classes, you are getting practice classes, but parallelly you will be getting experimental based classes, but of those topics which are related with the GATE examination. That starts from the next Sunday, that is 2nd April. Okay, 2nd April. Right, that's it guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Stay safe and take care. Yeah, I'll share you my Telegram ID, because PDF will also be in the Telegram, and any more session updates or any more interaction or doubts you need, I'll share it in the Telegram.